So what are the two things I always tell you guys to do? Number one, just have fun with the game. And number two, if that means playing a little suboptimally to what is the norm out there, so be it. Just have fun with it. It's why we do weird things on our free to play account, on our main accounts, on all these things. Because the other thing is, when you start doing weird combinations, sometimes it actually works. And one thing we've noticed on our free to play account is we're getting a ton of progress nowadays with Doom Terminator Vulcan. And I think a lot of it has to do with, and remember when Doppelganger Natalia came out, I said this is probably the reason, or one of the ways Vulcan becomes usable and really good when you have 2 to 3 Transcendence heroes, is Doppelganger Natalia. And Vulcan is making some really good progress on our account so far. Granted, we have a long way to go. We have Void Vortex to push. We have a lot of different game modes we still have to push in, and we have to kind of recover and re-optimize this. But don't sleep on this combination of Doppelganger Natalia and Doom Terminator Vulcan. Now, just remember, it's a little less efficient as far as quality of heroes go for like your third Transcendence hero when it comes to building this account up. And it really starts shining once you can have like 3 really strong tenants going along with your Doom Terminator Vulcan. But this is a really awesome strategy. We've even seen people like linking me. I guess MK did a video the other day talking about the strategy that they're using with like an Augustus Magic Ball and all these other things. Let's jump onto the free-to-play account. Let's talk about it, because I really want to get this guy to Destiny transition as much as possible. So here's our account. Now, I do want you guys to go over and check out the video from MK as well. A lot of people linked it to me like, Barry, this is literally what you're doing. Check it out. See if you can be more optimal about it. Let's be honest, at the end of the day, I'm going to have fun with it. Whether you're optimal or not is another thing. But this strategy, the second Doppelganger Natalia came out and we were using it, I'm like, I bet it makes a Doom Terminator Vulcan very viable in the early game. Now, one thing we do still have as well is we do have an Augustus Magic Ball. So that could be a huge help to us as well for damage reduction. However, I do like the fan as well. But we can try a couple different methods out, because one thing is, in Void campaign, we did get stuck right here. I'm intrigued to see what happens if we just chuck this team in right away. Also, I think it would be better, of course, having the Sun Devourer Eos on this team too, because she at least affects the battlefield once she dies as well. There's a lot of things to it. There's actually quite a bit of things that could be more optimal here. The problem we're running into is literally just tankability when we're going up against these Valkyries, and we're not going for like a round 1 active, so we're doing a lot less damage right out of the gate. But you never know, it could work. I think, in my opinion, running the fan is the better option for us, because even with this speed, we're getting speed swapped by the I almost said Natalia's, by the Olivia's, which pretty much means we are dead in the water. We don't even get to do anything, but at least we do have both artifacts so that moving forward we can test this out. Now, one of the next things I really want to try out is Void Vortex. That opens tonight, and so we're gonna do a video on that, see how it goes. However, we're also going to be able to get his first core today as well, or rather not today, this weekend. I'll say I want to wait a little bit. Now, his core isn't one that really does a ton for us right now. If we actually just come on over to here and show you guys what the core does, it really gives additional damage to a secondary hero, and the fact that we don't quite have a secondary hero just yet, besides of course her, I mean, like, we are working on her. We're slowly getting more resources. We might actually get her to 90 here very soon. We'll have to see. Getting to 100, gonna be a little bit of stretch, and of course sublimation is going to be a stretch on this second hero. We're still trying to finish out the second branch, which is the basic attack. This can be good because it can drain energy from frontline heroes and stuff, so there is a potential of this being pretty good. We'll just have to see where we can get with that. We have Soul Awakening Galas, things like that coming up very soon, and that's going to be a good starting point. We're even pushing into C-Lane 29, which again, with our Star Swordsman Machman, we were nowhere near this point, like not even close to it. Now, I don't know if we're actually going to be able to make progress here. It seems like damage is the thing we're lacking. And the one thing we really haven't done on this account is Treasure Train. That's like one thing that we just haven't touched at all. Treasure Train is going to become one of those important things that we have to start saving for. However, as a free-to-play player, that's near impossible. Now, if you're spending, the Doom Terminator Vulcan strategy is going to go very, very well for you. But you guys can see here, we're doing some decent damage. We have some decent survivability here as well, doing some good hits. But when we're not able to get actives off, well, I mean, we're getting a lot of actives off this time. We're just missing out on some damage because the amount of HP these enemies have is crazy. You can't run like anything else besides Control Purify because, well, yeah, there's so many CC effects here. We just don't have the damage quite yet. But what's crazy is he is a super tanky survivability monster, especially with Doppelganger Natalia getting him through some of the early rounds when there are more enemies on the battlefield. Keep that in mind. I absolutely love this hero. One thing we have not tested yet is to see what he can do in this game mode. It's been a while since we've actually tried anything here. Honestly, I think what I'm going to do is just run. I think we have two. Yeah, we got 2 Ignis here. I think we're going to run this and see how it turns out. Again, previously with the Star Swordsman Machman, we were hard stuck. We could not beat Depth 6 to save our lives. I'm hoping today Vulcan just literally nukes down every one of these waves. And that's the other thing about him. Much like Lord of Fear Aspen having the fear effect, he has a freeze effect that can happen as well, which is very beneficial. Now, this one's tricky because the pennies might just... Well, I'm not going to say might. The pennies are going to obliterate our Doom Terminator Vulcan as soon as he attacks. Or they just die and they don't reflect any damage. And this is going a lot easier than Star Swordsman Machman. This right here is why I like Doom Terminator Vulcan better. If you can get him to a round 2 active, it's just so much more potent than a round 1 Star Swordsman Machman attack. And you can build him more tanky at that as well, which is amazing. Now, hopefully the carries don't snipe Vulcan. Looks like he didn't. And he's got extra energy from the death of that Ignis. Gonna be a tricky one though. His basic attack is strong. There is a chance that we can still do this, but the other carries are going to start coming back, which means we're not going to have like any energy. Wait, I totally forgot that he generates energy at the end of round 2. That is amazing. That's why I love this hero so much. He's just going to stomp through so many game modes. And I do think part of what enables him is the fact that in Doom Terminator, or not Doom, Doppelganger Natalia is such a tanky support hero on your team that even though she's a tenant and not a householder herself with a full house, she lives exceptionally well in these battles and gives Vulcan exactly what he needs, is someone to help absorb some damage so he has time to get to that weakness disclosure and all those other abilities that he does have. The fact that we're going first probably could use a melodic strings. I don't know. We will get rid of that anyway. We just got to kill the Meraxes before they get to use an active, because if they use an active, we're dead in the water. It's gonna be a little sketchy here. Wow, he's really tanking some hits with that shield and that fan combo. This is why I love the fan on this hero. If we had an A and B, it would probably shred right through it. A lot of it does depend on what the attack power is overall on your account, because of course the more treasure train stuff you have, the more power you're actually going to get from the A and B. So keep that in mind. That's something to always be aware of. This one looks like it's going to be super easy. Round 1 kill, or I should say round... Well, actually, yeah, no, that was actually round 1 because they got to go before us. I totally forgot about that. Doesn't matter. We get an easy W. Honestly, we should be able to make our way through most of these with just 1 tap. We've already beaten a similar wave to that. That's definitely not going to be a damage issue. Nah, I didn't think so. It was going to be... Ooh, there's a lot of CC in this one. This one could mess with us quite a bit. Luckily, we do go first. We just got to make sure we don't get Vine now, too. Oh, no. He's got a seed on him, and he's Dove. So there's potential that we will be CC'd for round 2. Yep, we got out of Dove, but then we did get Twined. This could be really bad. However, our team is still very tanky. And I think Depth 6 is going to be a lot easier than most times. And, yeah, we just obliterate it. Meanwhile, you look at this Doppelganger Natalia, not even maxed out, not even a homeowner. And she is tanky as can be, letting Vulcan do what he does best. Absolutely annihilating enemies. I don't think we're going to come across a single wave that's going to give us problems. Nope, we even go into the nightmare stages, which is important to get these lucky earrings here. I think we can just one tap like all of these. Like, I don't think any of these are going to be a problem. He's just so much stronger. And you guys remember, we used to struggle on this free-to-play account with different heroes. And now we're just literally jumping in here and we are crushing it. Not even with round 1 actives, we're going with round 2 actives. You see how powerful he is, and there's so much more opportunity on this account to do better. Eventually, I want to build a Sun Devourer Eos instead of this mutated fungus G-ster. It'll just be a better support hero to pair with him. Plus, it'll help even more with light Sealand because we'll have a third Transcendence hero that we can use. In reality, we just need to keep powering up this account and we'll be in a really, really good spot. Round 2 active is probably going to slap really hard here. Let's go right here, Vulcan. Just take everybody out. Ooh, they're kind of tanky. We almost killed all of them. This is going to be a little sketchy unless Doppelganger Natalia can get a kill here. She got 1 queen down. That's not too bad. That does kind of get rid of a lot of AoE. We're about to be out of our shield, though, which means we're going to take full damage from these Mirax. And you guys know how dangerous Mirax is. Luckily, though, we have that little emergency heal effect. We do survive. Oh, but the burn at the end of round does take us out. I wonder if she can finish this out. You can see how powerful she is. She's literally living longer than our Vulcan did, which is saying something. She has that counterattack too, which is amazing. Let's see what her active can do here. Oh, wait, does she go after the queen? It looks like it. Yeah, damage isn't going to be quite there. It might take a couple attempts here, but I think we should be able to get this smashed out very easily. There we go, and we can claim our dream bag. Finally getting depth 6 done, and hopefully we can go even further in the future. This is also going to give us more Cloud Island resources from beating depth 6. So that's going to be kind of like a nice little tumbleweed here. Now, the other thing I really want to do is I want to try and see how we do in Purgatory. However, I feel like we need to go to some sort of speed mode in Purgatory to see if this will work. Crit damage, we still get all that. I think I really don't want to unlock another stone like that right now. Let's just see how he does with this, because this is the first time we're going in here with Doom Terminator Vulcan, and it could just be a really nice push. We've been at Purgatory 1 forever. We're still trying to, of course, buy wishing coins whenever possible. Then they pop up in here for gold offers. If they're not in here for gold offers, we are just skipping everything else because we don't really need PvP tickets or anything. Just gonna train your eyes to see that 750,000 gold. Not a single one of them. Right off the bat, very difficult wave. We are going to go with the Demon Potion. Let's just see how we do compared to what we... Oh my god, he does so much damage. Oh, the swaps. The swaps are annoying, but... we previously, I think... Yeah, like I said, 15 was our previous max. I think with the A and B, we should be able to get to 50 pretty easily, honestly. Sadly, though, getting kills outside of our active skill... Probably going to be really difficult with this hero. And it's all buggy in combat anyway. Yeah, we're gonna pretty much end up using the active skill every single time, it seems like. Oh, and now we're not gonna get energy potentially because there's a carry. Granted, our basic attack is very strong. Not too bad. That's surprisingly good. A lot of these single battles are gonna go exactly how we know they're gonna go, where we do a basic attack and then we get an active skill for... Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, no, I made the mistake. Mirax is always the issue. I should have gone energy there. I forgot. You have to have at least 50 energy going into the Mirax fight because you can't let him use his active skill. If you do, you're just dead in the water no matter how strong you are because his attack hits so hard, especially when you're using something like an A and B. Now, next time we could try using a fan. I just don't know if we're fast enough for past 50, but getting up to 50 shouldn't be too hard. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I just wanted to make sure you guys knew, and I want you guys to go check it out because the account that MK kind of reviewed, really strong Doppelganger Natalia / Doom Terminator Vulcan account, and I knew this would work. I knew it would. Hopefully it can push even further than Lord of Fear Aspen teams. We'll just have to see how it comes out in the long run. The one downside is once you do get past chapter 1 and you unlock those void bosses, Aspen would be the better choice. So you let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'll see you guys next time.